My goal is that any deal that happens in Tel Aviv would run through us. There's no reason why people would choose anyone else besides working with us. Tel Aviv has the biggest shark market.
The prices never go down, they go up.
Everyone's knowledgeable, everyone's wealthy, everyone wants to take a bite. Basically, if you come as a small agent or a small firm and you're in competition with all the big Ivy Leagues, you're not going to make it.
Okay, so why are you gaining money? For what?
They open the door, they're showing these fancy properties.
Hey, check out this living room, and this is the kitchen.
Yes, that's part of the job. The rest of the work is the boring day-to-day phone calls.
All the rejections. You don't see the kilometers that you're walking around with clients.
You wake up in the morning and think, okay, what do I have to do today?
You don't make a deal, you don't eat.
Someone trusting you with their $1 million plus asset and being able to fulfill what they hired you for.
If it was easy, then come and do it.
I'm a true believer that if you have set goals and you think about them every day, you reach them. My name is Daon. I'm an owner-broker of Daon Real Estate. I basically conduct all the agents in the office and help both clients and agents close the best deals they can imagine. Basically be the manager of deals between lawyers, clients, banks, mortgage advisors, and agents. You need to think, what's the purpose of this conversation? Why am I doing this? Okay? The answer is not to get a listing. It's not. Okay? It really depends on, per call, per lead, why you're doing it. If it's the first time you're talking to someone, you're calling because you want to see the place, right? If you saw the place and you want to follow up, what's the purpose? To bring it to the office, right? Everything else, like, oh, she's 90 years old. Oh, dude, there's no parking. Oh, dude, she lives 2 hours away. It's all excuses. I've had people here that drove 2 hours just to sit in a meeting, okay? And if they came here and they live 2 hours away, you've done 90% of the job of getting a listing without trying to get the listing, because you worked on getting you here. What was my purpose? Connect and make them connect to me, feel comfortable. Did they buy with us in the end? They did. No argument on commission, no argument on anything. It was a long process, but you have to find that connection. So what I do, because my background in the Army, I like to look, there's always like a trophy on the wall that's like, oh, from the paratroopers with love to whatever, because of your donation, or a picture of something. I like sports, so anything that's sports related, and sometimes there's a surfboard, you're like, oh, you surf? Or whatever, So the whole point is try to find a connection. So when you're in the property, myself, of course the property is important to look at, but I look at the things that are relevant. Is there a real need for a firm that sets and speaks 10 languages and connects people from all across Europe? I think I'm one of the only agents that actually was born and raised in Israel.
So I'm born and raised in Calgary, Canada.
Originally, I'm from Russia.
I was born in South Africa.
Office management, Karina, also made Aliyah from a different country.
Originally, I'm from Ukraine. I came to Israel about 11 years ago with a program called Nale from Jewish Agency. Finished high school here in Israel, then went to the army. After the army, the university, the regular process in Israel. Here I am now in Daon Group, working as an office manager and a social media manager. I really hate coming to the office and having nothing to do. I love to be here. I love to hear every 5 minutes, Karina, can you help me with that? Karina, what about that? Like, I do feel appreciated when people ask me for help. I'm a caretaker. I love it. He wants to change a bit of the conception of the office manager. He doesn't want it to be just an office manager. He want to add like some extra layers, so it's not gonna be, just a boring job with making coffee for your boss. And he was like, maybe you wanna send him your CV, I can give you a number. And I was like, okay, like we can try it.
My mind as an entrepreneur is all over the place. I have so many ideas. She knows to tell me, this is a stupid idea, this is a great idea. And she really understands my gibberish of ideas and putting them together into actually a format. And I think that's what's most important. The whole idea of the back office, which is most of Karina's job, is to help agents excel, succeed, think outside the box, not just online social media and marketing platforms, but also if it's the newsletter, to creating a virtual map of Tel Aviv with the listings, and also to managing the interns. I really do believe that success of the business and agents really depends on Karina.
Well, what does she say?
Sigma boy, every girl wanna dance with you.
End of 2016, I think I joined real estate and met with Barak outside the middle of 2017. I was working at Remax and I met Barak at Remax and we worked together at Remax. And then when Barak told me that he was going to leave and start his own firm, I was offered the opportunity to go with and never looked back, loving it. I would say that the most difficult part of being an agent is unfortunately making sure that you have a deal coming through at all times. The most difficult part is if you don't work and you don't succeed, then you don't earn a living. That's the most difficult part.
Dan is a great guy. He is a great connection with international clients, all the English-speaking ones. Basically, Dan emphasizes and really talks at the same level as his clients of what they should expect and what's the process and how it's, it seems one way, but here's the specific neighborhoods or schools or shul. Clients really listen to all of his advice, not just on real estate, but the other things as well. What I like about agents in the office, they're not just goal motivated, but they're also, they like to work in a team environment. Some of the agents like to work together on some clients, you see it sometimes, and others like to work alone and manage the whole process by themselves. In particular, Noach, for example. Noach has a clear view and has great goals. He's hardworking. He likes to remember that it's all about taking it back to the basics and doing those cold calls and focusing on the follow-ups.
He's a lone wolf. Like, he loves to close the door of the meeting room, to make his own calls. I'm working from 8:30 till 5:30, 9 hours of the day I'm here, and most of the agents leave around 3 p.m. and Noah stays here till late.
That's like my best spot that I can find where I can get some quiet. And funny enough, my most productive hours are from usually 4 to 7, when it's just me and Karina, because usually no one's in the office, and I can finally just have some sheket nafshi, as they call it, and finish the last tasks that I have to do for the day. The unlimited potential that you can do as a real estate agent if you're hungry, if you're ambitious, and if you work hard. And that's sort of aligned with what I was looking for. I do mostly sales. I do mostly representation for owners or representation for developers or buyers. I have more sellers than I do buyers. I've always believed that to be a successful agent, you have to build your business around listings. In terms of what kind of properties I like to work on, I don't have a specific preference as to what kind of properties I like to sell. The most important for me, obviously, is priced correctly and within the realm of reality. And if it is priced that way, then I'll sell it for you.
Great, here we are at Horkonos 13 in the beautiful Old North neighborhood. We have an apartment on the 3rd floor, brand new renovation, immaculate finishes. Let's go check it out. You're moving to Herzliya, that's the plan.
Yeah.
So that's the motivation for selling. Otherwise, I would say you don't got to go anywhere from this.
No, I love it. I've been here 9.5 years. I'm actually the last one who entered the building. Everyone in this building's been here almost since it was built,
Right.
some of them, except one family that are renting.
Wow.
So everyone
get it.
loves the building, loves being here. It's a great place.
Yeah. Sad you're leaving, I guess, huh?
Yeah, no, I would love to keep it, but
On to bigger and better things, though, I guess.
yeah, it's time for a change also.
For sure. The apartment's very beautiful. Listen, it's only been on the market for a month. And some people that are paying a lot of money, they want to have a nice building and they want to have a nice apartment, and they're not ready to compromise on when they come home that they see an old building. To some people this is an issue, and some people it's not. Like, I feel like Israelis that live in these neighborhoods, they're used to older buildings. They don't come from other places where they live in like nice facilities with a doorman, all this kind of stuff. So it really depends on the client. But actually, for the amount of time the apartment's been on the market, we've had a lot of activity. So I think it'll sell shortly.
What tips can you give us to sell an apartment really fast?
Sell apartment really fast. Okay, so the price needs to be very competitive, meaning that you're not priced above market by, 5 or 10%. You're priced very competitively, and you have to send the property out to all avenues of marketing, whether that's through your internal buyers within your system, with other realtors, and all the other platforms that we advertise. Typically what I'll do, if an owner needs to sell tomorrow, I'll have an open house. I'll bring in as many people as I can, because when you have a bunch of people at the same time, it creates pressure, it creates lachatz. When there's lachatz, people want it. So it's almost like a bidding war. So one guy will throw in an offer, another guy will throw in an offer as well, and hopefully we actually get a pretty good price at the end of the day. But that's in short.
But that's the challenge.
Exactly.
Okay.
Especially in today's climate, the market isn't as hot as it was, let's say, before the war, but in every market, no matter what, there's always buyers and sellers. So
Everything can be sold. Everything can be bought. Everything has a price, has a market, and there's a buyer for everything. There are a lot of properties for sale around the 3 million shekel mark and around the 15 million shekel mark. Some agents prefer to deal with 3 to 5, and some prefer to deal with the 10 to 20 million. As an agent, you need to be really connected to what you're selling. If agents don't feel connected to the property and they don't believe in it, then they're not going to sell it. I want to say that there isn't one deal that is the same. Now, I'm not talking about price, but the process that had to go through, the solutions for all the issues that came up. There's no copy paste of a deal. Every deal is different, every client's different, and every negotiation is different. As I said the week before, I'm telling you, 2025 is going to be loaded with deals. We did statistics in February about the year of 2024, and we saw that about the year of 2023, and we saw that the number overall in Tel Aviv, taking all the neighborhoods, right, also some areas that we don't work in, our office only did about 4% of the deals in the city. That's nothing. That's nothing. And people are here happy, wealthy, clients are happy, great for business. But 4% is nothing. This is for the year 2023, okay? All that stuff, I'm telling you, like, there just needs to be a switch, okay? Literally a switch in your mind saying, okay, you know what, today I'm not gonna start at 9 a.m., I'm gonna start at 8 a.m., okay? I'm not gonna go to, chill at 4 or 5 p.m., I'm gonna stay till 6 p.m. Or you know what, kids go to sleep at 8, for example, boom, let's go on the computer, let's plan already my morning, who am I calling, who not, like in advance. And you gotta do that switch, in my opinion. Because if not, it will be the same 4%, 3%, 5% of the deals in Tel Aviv. There's a lot of jealousy between agents of hardworking and deals that are closed. Obviously, everyone's always happy for everyone, but I could feel that sometimes, especially when the time's really hard, the market's really hard, agents always count other people's commission instead of trying to build the future. If you set a schedule and you know exactly what you need to do every minute of the day, with cold calls, with follow-ups, with scheduling views, with going to sleep at night only after you sit there in bed and think, hey, did I do everything I need to do today? What am I going to do tomorrow in order to reach my goals? I try in the office to do goals with everyone and remind them their goals, because I'm a true believer that if you have set goals and you think about them every day, you reach them.
I've been working in real estate for 16 years already. I was working in the first overseas real estate agency in Moscow, selling real estate abroad for Russian clients. That's how I started my way. First, I worked in law office as of head of real estate department. Then I decided that I want to be more independent, so I've got the real estate license and decided to join some nice real estate agency. So I found Daon Group in LinkedIn. They were pretty active in social media. It was a feeling that I want to work in this company. I saw that Barak is different, like his business is different, how he acts. I met him, and next day I started to work for Daon Group. And we had, I think, perfect match. He is very supportive, giving me professional advices, helping me in negotiations. And I think we're good friends, which is also important. In Daon Group, we have a fairy, our Karina. She's very helpful. She's always there for us. I can call her anytime during the day, and she helps me always.
We found a common ground of smoking together. Like, she was like, once she told me, you want to smoke? And I was like, okay, let's go smoking. And that's where the friendship started. I know that I can talk to her about everything. A few times we even planned to meet outside of the office, to have a drink together or something like that. And it's very valuable in the workplace, especially here where I'm the youngest and everyone has their own families. And it's gonna be weird if like Dan Cat's gonna have drinks with me outside. It's not gonna work.
That's the worst part of the job.
We have really good conversations. She's very smart, she's very funny, and she's wise. Like, she has this, female wisdom, and you can always ask her for advice. Before I see her as a co-worker, I see her as a woman that I can take an inspiration from. When there is a new property or the property that for a long time on the market and we don't get any leads, calls, a need to specific action to somehow refresh the memory of the people who ever saw this property, or to somehow bring it to the new audiences, then we do flyers.
As a real estate agent, I can show luxury houses in Herzliya Pituach for my clients. But on the other hand, I can walk on the streets putting flyers with my property to mailboxes.
So I prepare it, we print it, and I bring it to the agent or maybe to the interns that work at the same time in the office, because not a lot of people use this strategy anymore. And when you open your mailbox, you're probably gonna see their electricity bill, and if they're gonna be a nice design flyer,
it works. This is a very old-fashioned way of marketing, but in my practice, it works. It helps to sell property or to find clients.
Вообще надо, чтобы я так держала?
Let's talk about Tel Aviv. It's the lifestyle, it's a vibrant city, it's amazing beaches, all the way from South Yafo to north to the border with Herzliya. You feel like in vacation all the time.
Everything is nearby, no crime, young people, older people, lots of dogs, lots of good sunshine, and good food all around.
I feel like the reason why the world, and not just Israel, love Tel Aviv is because they feel welcomed. You can be in Tel Aviv Jewish, Muslim, Christian, political opinion to the right or to the left. There's a room for everyone, everyone's accepted.
You can be with pink hair, you can be without hair, and people don't look at you like you're crazy.
You can be free to be whoever you want to be. Or you can go to a restaurant in Tel Aviv, one gentleman in a jacket and tie, and another guy sitting next to him at a different table in shorts and t-shirts. It's a very open society in the sense that feel free to do what you like as long as you're not hurting anybody else.
You have the Middle Eastern charm. You have a very European vibe sometimes here.
What's amazing about Tel Aviv is whatever type of person you are, the city has. If you're a night goer and you want to find all the best bars and all the best nightclubs, everything is open all the time. I don't think there's a city in the world that has so many people running and walking and working out all hours of the day and all hours of the evening as well. So overall, that's what makes the city so attractive, and that's why so many people come here.
I love Tel Aviv for the energy. The city is full of energy.
I love the weather, I love the beach, I love the atmosphere, I love the people.
It took me a long time to get in love with Tel Aviv, a few years to be honest, but now it's absolutely love. Because now I understand the mentality, now I understand how it's organized and everything, and I'm in love with Tel Aviv.
We like to go sometimes into the sea and see the Tel Aviv view from more west, so looking east into the city. If you're in Tel Aviv, you walk in the street, you can literally know the difference between a street that has public transportation and lifestyle and people walking. If you just close your eyes and listen to the sounds of the city, you hear it. It's a city. We're in the sea. You can see the city from the side, and literally there's peace. You can hear the waves. It's just peaceful, and you remember this is what it's all about. Just look at Tel Aviv and say, wow, this is what it's all about. This is what everyone loves about it. Sorry. This is actually a good call. This is an owner. Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
Have a good weekend?
Thank God. You know.
Thank God. Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem. Yom yom.
Yeah.
What's up?
Listen, about Bat Yam.
Yeah.
So we're basically getting feedback that we're a little bit chaim beseret for 4.5 because the two main reasons is the kitchen and being a parter tachton underground. My question to you, how much do you want us to keep being aggressive for 4.5, or should we drop it?
I mean, not as critical for me. You know, 4 is fine.
Okay, I just spoke to Bat Yam owner.
Okay.
Let's drop the price to market everywhere.
מה נשמע?
Good. How are you?
ברוך השם.
Baruch Hashem. I wanted to update you about Joe. We had a good connection and a good meeting. We were supposed to see a nice penthouse for way over his budget, 46 million. Zero.
Amazing.
Yeah, Jeff Marks is supposed to come to my office either this Sunday or the following Sunday, whenever he's in Israel. Just spoke to Nick again, and he approved moving forward as we agreed, dropping the price. And should we do it 6.48? What do you think?
I think 6.5, because if you do 6.5, then you also include the people that have budgets 6.5 plus.
Interesting. All right, good. That's a good point.
Agents sometimes forget that the number one lead generator, and in the end of the day, what translates into a commission is the cold calls and getting those owners who are in the beginning of the process and talking to them and viewing the property, advising on marketing, and in the end of the day, representing them and selling as a listing agent.
And up until that happens, you can invest thousands of shekels and many, many, many hours for a not a guaranteed sale or not a guaranteed deal. So sometimes you can really believe that you're gonna sell something or you're gonna find something for a client, and then last minute it gets sold by someone else, or they found something else through another agent. I didn't want to call it the dark side of the industry, but that's the more frustrating side of the industry for sure.
I sometimes feel that if you come into a lawyer's office or a doctor's office and you ask for an advice or an opinion and they give it, it's kind of like, well, that's golden. But you can leave a brokerage office and tell them XYZ about a property, and they'll not take it at face value. They'll go maybe through another agent, look at the property, come back and say, you were right.
And a lot of disappointment always, because even when they like it, then you need to start working on it. See if we agree on the price, on the terms, the timing, many things. And then you have the lawyer looking into the legal things and say, oh, this is not okay, this should be corrected. And then you think there's a deal, and at the last minute it can fall for nothing, for stupid things sometimes. So yeah, it's always up and down in this business.
Main tip or my main method is to be honest, to be friendly, to be open, and to be ready to find compromises all the time, because it's a huge part of the work as a real estate agent. You always have to find compromises. You always have to find decisions to make people happy.
We had a really sweet couple from Colorado who bought their dream property on Gordon Street. Every time they came to Israel, every few couple of months, I showed them a few places. None of them were the perfect match because of the size and the location, and it didn't have the sea view. We connected them with a designer that basically brought their taste into the apartment. They changed around the whole layout so they have a sea view from sitting down on the couch in the living room. We help them with management of the place, if it's to fix small issues in the property, in the building. And this is exactly, an example of how I meant that clients really connect to Dan and his service, not just for showing them a property, but taking it all the step forward and staying in touch with them, even years after they buy the property.
Noise you couldn't quite locate. Explain.
I don't know why they need a realtor. Because we do have some rental properties in here. Someone just comes to the office and I want to rent my apartment. I don't have a patience to answer all those calls. I don't have a patience to open the door. I'll give you my key. I'll pay you money if you find me someone. And let's do it. Like when you want to sell an apartment or you want to buy, to bridge, it's much harder than to do it with a rental business. If you have like a client that want to buy, the buyer that you're working with, they say, I want a 3-room apartment, I want specific floor, I want balcony, I want it not less than, for example, 85 square meters. When they have such a long checklist of the features that they want their property, future potential property to have, it's very hard to find something existing on the market to fit their needs completely.
It's all very nice when you see a successful agent, but what you don't see is the years of work that went into becoming that successful agent. You don't see all the rejections. You don't see the kilometers that you're walking around with clients. You don't see the numerous phone calls that person makes. So a lot of people seem to think it's easy. If it was easy, then come and do it.
You need like a very professional approach, and especially if the client is abroad, the foreigner, you doing all the job. You call in the agents that might have a property that may fit. You go to see that, and you do it like all the time. Sometimes we have clients that agents work on them for 1 year and they can find them the property.
We're not magicians. We can't invent buyers that are going to buy at the price that these owners want to make. What we can do is make sure that your property is getting the most exposure that it would get as opposed to if you didn't use an agent. And then when we do have actual offers on the line, obviously our bread and butter is negotiation. Otherwise, yes, there's no need for us. You can go put your property for a sale by owner, wait for someone to come, and if you think that you're better than a professional agent, go ahead and try, but I guarantee you 99% of the times, the price that we're gonna get owners with our commission built in is going to be higher, or you're gonna have more money left in your pocket than if you didn't use an agent.
I'm not religious. I am a believer. I definitely go to in the holidays to shul. Sometimes in the office, people go every day. I'm not one of those agents that goes every day to shul for a mincha.
I am the world's most religious, non-practicing Jew you'll ever meet. So I believe 100%. Am I religious? No. That's something I suppose I need to work on, right?
So the hairdressers like to do marketing of funny, trendy videos. So sometimes they come and ask us to be part of their videos, which I'm okay with, so why not? So that's it. I guess we'll see it on Instagram soon, whatever they're doing.
We choose once a month a topic that might be like hot in the real estate market at this time, or interesting or controversial, and Barak just writes his opinion on it and we film it.
Yes. It's easy to see why. Our social media platforms go. Social media often. Yes. It's easy to see why. Our social media often showcase the finest high-end properties.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Our agents bring polished, professional look to interaction. Our agents bring polished, professional look. And with our strong network and reputation, people associated with solely with high-end real estate.
Okay.
And with we're here for clients at every budget level. Okay. But we are here for clients at every budget level, even the 3 million shekel budget. Okay. Even Okay, I think this should including homes around the 3 million mark.
I'm gonna say that making reels with Barak is a very complicated task.
Our social media often showcase our blah.
I can't remember that. So yeah.
So why not work with us? Every budget at Daon Group finds its true home. It sounds like a cliche, but I really feel like the agents in office need to feel at home. It's the small things that I feel like are breaking the ice a little bit, not just all the time business and real estate and deals and being frustrated and stressed about everything. So I just thought about this cute idea that I think works out really well. Every deal that's closed, the agent gets a lottery ticket.
איך אני מקבלת? אתה מביא לי? ואם הייתי זוכה במיליון, כמה היית מביא לי עכשיו?
אבל כמה זה? כמה?
Next time. Еще такую помятую бумажку дал. Нет, что-то красивенькое.
Here I'm holding a lotto ticket. It's a tradition in Daon Group. After every sale, we go and buy a lotto ticket and hope to win the big one, not just from sales, of course. This was for Horkonos 13. It was a rather smooth sale. Why? Combination of it's a beautiful property in an amazing location, and most importantly, the owner listened to us with pricing. So we started at a fairly high price to check the market, and gradually we found our sweet spot with the pricing. We had 1 to 2 meetings a week, which is exactly what I'd expect in order to sell the property. In fact, the owner wanted to lower the price even more, to which I said, no, I feel like we're on the right direction here in terms of movement. And lo and behold, we got a very good offer. Came to terms on 6.2 million. Everyone's happy. And on to the next.
Once for my birthday, we went to a karaoke. Some of agents' true colors and voices came out, myself as well. I learned that I'm a really good rapper in Hebrew, less in English. עוד משהו?
My name is Yael Katzman, and I'm a real estate agent with the Daon Group. We moved here in 2020. We had sold our house in Toronto. We were very excited to find out more about the market and what we can afford in Zichron Yaakov. So we started doing the search on our own. We reached out to a few agents, but in the end, we ended up finding the house on our own, and we felt great about the whole experience finding it on our own. And I just felt very passionate that if I can do this myself, for myself, then why can't I do this for everyone else? I think that just from being here, I have so many friends and family that are always asking me, why Zichron Yaakov? And they did not understand why we lived so far from the center of things, from Jerusalem or Tel Aviv. And then when they came to visit, they were all saying, we understand why Zichron Yaakov. From the beaches to the views to the wineries, there's so much to do here. The hikes, the greenery, it really is a beautiful place to live. I like to say that sometimes I feel like I'm on vacation while living here myself. So I have so many friends and family that are looking into this location specifically or around this area that I felt, how could I not help them in this way? I'm super excited to be working with the Daon Group. I felt that I only heard positive things about Barak, from his ability to be friends with his community and his clients, his ability to educate the people that work for him, and his patience really stood out to me. And then he also has Parsha Shir on Thursdays, which also was, he's just all around a great guy and a great company, and it's not just about real estate, it's about really looking at the person and making us our best selves.
We have a box for the Maccabi Tel Aviv basketball team. I love taking there our partners. If it's from the bank, if it's lawyers, even clients. It's a little bit of taste of Tel Aviv. It's a well-known basketball team in Europe, in the EuroLeague, also in the world.
I think you can make it.
I think so too. But this guy broke the office record with Ori. Ori is the lawyer I told you about?
Yeah.
Today, they had a deal signed. Okay, Ben Yehuda, 141. 24 square meters. What's the price?
141, it's more like...
It's close to us, to my office.
Okay.
Okay, what? 24 square meter, renovated, no parking. What's the price? I'll give you whatever if you want, if you get it right.
No, I don't want to even try. What is it?
Yes, just guess.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Say
2.25 million shekels.
Oh my
91,000 per square meter.
It's ridiculous. That's
Yes.
double than the normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
a good deal, I think.
Yes, it's crazy.
My job is to know everyone. Both our partners and our clients can come to an event and just sit there in an international game against, top basketball teams in the world and just enjoy the game in Tel Aviv, I think is very important. It builds the trust and connection with partners and clients.
I do like actually the structure of the house. I like very much all the other rooms, and that's what I really like of this house.
Kesaya. Then neighborhood. Then location of the property. And the house. Furniture, no problem.
And when is it available?
Whatever you want.
Barak, I just asked her if there's any space for negotiations, because it's nice and but it's a lot. In my opinion, it's too much.
I'll tell you something. I'm very proud of my negotiation skills. I'll help you. We'll find a way, and I'm sure you'll be happy. Okay, we'll find a.
But you don't know me. I'm a tough guy. I'm a tough guy, but okay.
No. Barak is also a tough guy, and he's very good in negotiations.
You know what I like? That you have your own street here.
I do. So this is the last house for sale. All the rest we sold.
Really?
And there were some relatives that know the house actually. Yeah. And as I understood, the church was very sassy.
Very nice location, and it's very calm street here, and it's a walking distance to the sea. Actually, you can walk like 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, and the golf course is just down the
Yeah,
street.
exactly.
Amazing.
So it's like a second line from the golf. It used to be first line.
We have a tradition in the office. We do it like around the beginning of February, end of January. We're doing an end of the year event to congratulate the agents in the office for their hard work and to give them the credit they deserve. There might be so many categories. We think about who deserves it the most, and there's always a speech, and that Barak say thank you to everyone.
We did a total of 12 representing the owner deals. We did 8 buyer deals and 5 rentals all in December, I think. We did a total of 122,395,591 shekels worth of deals as a whole. Our average commission was
1.5.
Our average was 1.62,
Nice.
which was an improvement, if you remember, from last year of 1.49, something like that.
And we do it very nicely, like we order gifts for the agents, always very personal, like statuette or something like that, with a name, with a logo.
By the way, thank you.
Dan is in shock.
By the way, this is 7,000 shekels more in commissions over Noah. So it's very, very tight. And last, most amount of exclusive listing 2024, Noah Sander. First of all, it was 7,000 between both of them. But I would say something. Noach was out of commission in Aza and only came back to work March, but then not really, and then April back into business. So this is actually good, Alina. No, but seriously, I don't know. Did you know you were getting something? I was trying to hide it from her, so it was so hard to hide this from her. Karina and her chosen partner, it could be her boyfriend, it could be her friend, whatever, are going to go to Jaffa Hotel. For spa and breakfast.
Me and Barak, we're not working as brokers. We're at the back office. We're here to help the agents to make their job at their best.
I know you keep thanking me and calling me and appreciating me, but to be honest, the listings that you get, the deals that you close, making sure the other agents or the clients pay on time, like doing all that back office, I know it's my name that's written there, but seriously, Karina, hopefully he's not going to ask for a raise now, but it's thanks to her. So, and let's close some deals.
Nice music, and a bit of alcohol, and everyone is acting like very friendly and not professionally, and it's something that's very rare to achieve in the office. So I think this event is very necessary for us, to come closer, like as a team, as people, first of all, and not as co-workers.
Yael and I are checking out a few properties for opening the Zichron office. And this is one of the options. We have a few options. What I like about this is right in the vibrant middle of Zichron Yaakov. The lifestyle, as you can see, it's like perfectly located. I think that we should start negotiating in this place. What do you think?
Looks good to me.
I'm in. Hi.
Okay.
Oh. Place it.
No.
You going? Running? Le is 4. So, Le Barak. This is for me. Did you ever notice this? No, that was bad. Cut that off.